The Great Bible, Leviticus, the 11th chapter, of beasts which be clean and which unclean. The 11th chapter. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, and said unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say, These are the beasts which ye shall eat, among all the cattle that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof, and divideth it into two claws, and cheweth cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat, of them that chew cud, and divideth the hoofs, as is the camel, which cheweth cud, but he divideth not the hoof. Therefore is he unclean unto you, even so the coney, which cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean to you. And the hare, though he chew the cud, yet because he divideth not the hoof, he is therefore unclean to you. And again the swine, though he divide the hoof into two claws, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses shall ye not touch, but let them be unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, seas, and rivers, that shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the sea and rivers, of all that move and live in the waters, let them be abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but abhor their carcasses. Let all that have no fins nor scales in the waters be abominable unto you. These are they which ye shall abhor among the fowls, and that ought not to be eaten, for they are an abomination: the eagle, the goosehawk, and the cormorant, the vulture, and the kite after his kind, and all ravens after their kind, the ostrich, the night crow, the cuckoo, and the owl after his kind, the falcon, the stork, the great owl, the bat, the pelican, the pie, the heron, the jay after his kind, the lapwing, and the swallow. Let all fowls that creep and go upon all four be an abomination unto you. Yet these may ye eat of every creeping thing that hath wings and go upon 4 feet, even those that have knees above upon their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat: the arb after his kind, the silam after his kind, the hargol after his kind, and the hagab after his kind. All other fowls that move and have 4 feet shall be abomination unto you. In such ye be unclean, and whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean unto the even, and whosoever beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until even. And every beast that hath hoof and divideth it not into 2 claws, nor cheweth cud, such are unclean unto you. Every one that toucheth them shall be unclean. And whatsoever goeth upon his hands among all manner beasts that go on all 4 feet, such are unclean unto you. And whoso doth touch their carcass shall be unclean until the even. And he that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even, for such are unclean unto you. And let these also be unclean to you: among the things that creep upon the earth, the weasel, and the mouse, and the toad, after their kind, the hedgehog, the stelio, the lacart, the snail, and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them when they be dead shall be unclean until the even. And whatsoever any of the dead carcasses of them doth fall upon shall be unclean, whether it be vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or bag, or whatsoever vessel it be that any work is wrought in. and it must be plunged in the water, and it shall be unclean until the even, and so shall it be cleansed. All manner of earthen vessel, whereinto any of them falleth, shall be unclean, with all that therein is, and it shall be broken. All manner meat also that is used to be eaten, if any such water come upon it, it shall be unclean. And all manner drink that is used to be drunk in all manner such vessels shall be unclean. And everything that their carcass falleth upon shall be unclean. Whether it be oven or kettle, let it be broken, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you. Never the later, yet the fountains and wells and collection of waters shall be clean still, and whoso toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. If the dead carcass of any such fall upon any seed used to sow, it shall yet be clean still. And if any water be poured upon the seed, and a dead carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean unto you. If any beast of which ye may eat die, and any man touch the dead carcass thereof, he shall be unclean until the even. He that eateth of the dead carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. And he also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until even. Let every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth be an abomination, and not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the breast, and whatsoever goeth upon four, or that hath more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, of that see ye eat not, for they are abominable. Ye shall not make your souls abominable with nothing that creepeth, neither make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. For I am the Lord your God. Be sanctified therefore, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. And ye shall not defile your souls with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Lord, that brought you out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. Ye shall be holy therefore, for I am holy. This is the law of beasts and fowls, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, that there may be a difference between the unclean and clean, and between the beast that may be eaten, and the beast that ought not to be eaten. The 12th chapter. A law how women should be purged after their deliverance. The 12th chapter. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say, If a woman hath conceived, and born a man-child, she shall be unclean 7 days, even in like manner as when she is put apart in time of her natural disease. And in the 8th day the flesh of the child's foreskin shall be cut away, and she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 33 days. She shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary, until the time of her purifying be out. If she bear a man-child, she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as when she hath her natural disease. And she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. And when the days of her purifying are out, whether it be for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of 1 year old for a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for sin, unto the door of the tabernacle of witness, and unto the priest, which shall offer them before the Lord, and make an atonement for her, and she shall be purged of the issue of her blood. And this is the law for her that hath borne a male or female. And if she be not able to bring a lamb, she shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons, the one for the burnt offering, and the other for sin. and the priest shall make an atonement for her, and she shall be clean. The 13th chapter. The priests must judge who are lepers. The 13th chapter. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, When there appeareth a rising in any man's flesh, either a scab or a glistering white, and the plague of leprosy be in the skin of his flesh, he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priests. And the priest shall look on the sore in the skin of his flesh. And when the hair in the sore is turned unto white, and the sore also seem to be lower than the skin of his flesh, it will be a plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him, and judge him unclean. If there be but a white fleck in the skin of his flesh, and seem not to be lower than the skin, nor the hair thereof is turned unto white, the priest shall shut him up 7 days, and the priest shall look upon him again the 7th day. And if the plague seem to him to abide still, and the plague grow not in the skin, the priest shall shut him up yet 7 days more. And the priest shall look on him again the 7th day. Then if the plague be darker, and not grown in the skin, the priest shall judge him clean, for it is but a scurf. And he shall wash his clothes, and be clean. And if the scab grow in the skin after that he is seen of the priest, and judged clean, he shall be seen of the priest again. If the priest see that the scab be grown abroad in the skin, the priest shall make him unclean, for it is a leprosy. When the plague of leprosy is in a man, he shall be brought unto the priest, and the priest shall see him. And if the rising be white in the skin, and have made the hair white, and there be raw flesh in the sore, it will be an old leprosy in the skin of his flesh. And the priest shall make him unclean, and shall not shut him up, seeing he is unclean. If a leprosy break out abroad in the skin, and cover all the skin, from his head to his foot, wheresoever the priest looketh, and the priest look upon him, and if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall judge the plague to be clean, because it is all turned into whiteness, and he shall be clean. And if there be raw flesh on him when he is seen, he shall be unclean. And the priest shall see the raw flesh, and declare him to be unclean. For the raw flesh is unclean, seeing it is a leprosy. Or if the raw flesh depart again, and change unto white, he shall come to the priest, and the priest shall see him, and behold, if the sore be changed unto white, and cover the whole man, the priest shall judge the plague clean, and he shall be clean. The flesh also, in whose skin there is a bile, and is healed, and in the place of the bile there appear a white rising, either a shining white, and somewhat reddish, it shall be seen of the priest. And if when the priest seeth him, it appear lower than the skin, and the hair thereof be changed unto white, the priest shall judge him unclean, for it is a plague of leprosy, broken out of the bile. And if the priest look on it, and there be no white hairs therein, and if it be not lower than the skin, but be darker, the priest shall shut him up 7 days. And if it spread abroad in the flesh, the priest shall make him unclean, seeing it is the plague. And if the spot stand still, and grow not, it is the print of an hot bile, and therefore the priest shall declare him to be clean. If there be any flesh in whose skin there is a hot burning, and the flesh that burneth have a white spot, somewhat reddish or white, the priest shall look upon it. And if the hair in that bright spot be changed to white, and it appear lower than the skin, it is a leprosy broken out of the burning. And therefore the priest shall judge him unclean, seeing it is the plague of leprosy, But if the priest look on it, and there be no white hair in the bright spot, and be no lower than the other skin, but be darker, the priest shall shut him up 7 days. And the priest shall look on him the 7th day, and if it be grown abroad in the skin, the priest shall judge him unclean, seeing it is the plague of leprosy. And if the spot stand still in it, and grow not in the skin, but is dark, it is a rising of the burning, and the priest shall therefore declare him clean, seeing it is the print of the burning. If man or woman hath a sore upon the head or the beard, the priest shall see it. And if it appear lower than the skin, and there be in it a yellow hair, and thin, more than it was wont to be, the priest shall judge him unclean, seeing that the same fretting is a token of leprosy upon the head or beard. And if the priest look on the sore of the print, and it seem not lower than the skin, and that the hair is not black, the priest shall shut up the fretting sore 7 days. And in the 7th day the priest shall look on the sore, and if the sore be not grown, and there be in it no yellow hair, and the sore seem not lower than the skin, he shall be shaven, but the place of the sore shall he not shave. And the priest shall shut up the sore 7 days more. And in the 7th day the priest shall look on the sore, and if the sore be not grown in the skin, nor seem lower than the other skin, the priest shall cleanse him, and he shall wash his clothes, and be clean. But if the sore grow in the flesh after his cleansing, the priest shall look on him. And if the sore be grown in the skin, the priest shall not seek for yellow hair, for he is unclean. But if he see the print stand still, and that there is black hair grown up therein, the sore is healed, and he shall be clean, and the priest shall declare him to be clean. If there be white spots in the skin of the flesh of man or woman, the priest shall look upon it. And if the spots in the skin of their flesh be somewhat dark and white withal, he may be sure that it is no leprosy. It is a freckle growing in the flesh, therefore is he clean. And the man whose head is destitute of hair, whereby he is made bald, is clean. And he that hath his hair out in his forehead is forehead bald and clean. If there be in the bald head or bald forehead a white reddish sore scab, there is leprosy sprung up in his bald head or bald forehead. And the priest shall look upon him, and if the rising of the sore be white reddish in his bald head or bald forehead, after the manner of a leprosy, which is in the skin of the flesh, then he is a leprous man, and unclean. And the priest shall make him unclean, for the plague thereof is in his head. The leper in whom the plague is shall have his clothes rent, and his head bare, and shall put a covering upon his lip, and shall be called unclean and defiled. And as long as the disease lasteth upon him, he shall be defiled and unclean. He shall dwell alone, even without the host shall his habitation be. The cloth that the plague of leprosy is in, whether it be linen or woolen, whether it be in the warp or woof of linen or of woolen, either in a skin or anything made of skin, if the disease be pale or somewhat reddish in the cloth or skin, whether it be in the warp or woof, or of anything that is made of skin, then it is a plague of leprosy, and shall be showed unto the priest. The priest therefore shall see the plague, and shut it up 7 days, and look on the plague the 7th day, which if it be increased in the cloth, whether it be in the warp or woof, or in a skin, or in anything that is made of skin, it is the leprosy of a fretting sore. It is unclean. And that cloth shall be burnt, either warp or woof, whether it be woolen or linen, or anything that is made of skin, wherein the plague is, for it is a fretting leprosy, it shall be burnt in the fire. If the priest see that the plague is not grown in the cloth, either in the warp or woof, or in whatsoever thing of skin it be, the priest shall command them to wash the thing wherein the plague is, and he shall shut it up 7 days more. And the priest shall look on the plague again after that it is washed. And if the plague have not changed his color, and is spread no further abroad, it is unclean. Thou shalt burn it in the fire, for it is fret inward, in part or in all together. And if the priest see that the plague is darker after that it is washed, he shall rent it out of the cloth, or out of the skin, or out of the warp, or out of the woof. And if it appear any more in the cloth, either in the warp or in the woof, or in anything made of skin, it is a waxing plague. Thou shalt burn the plague that is in it. Moreover, the cloth, either warp or woof, or whatsoever thing of skin it be, which thou hast washed, if the plague be departed therefrom, it shall be washed once again, and then shall it be clean. This is the law of the plague of leprosy in a cloth, whether it be woolen or linen, either in the warp or woof, or in anything of skins, to make it clean or unclean. The 14th chapter. The cleansing of the leper and of the house that he is in. The 14th chapter. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This is the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought unto the priest, and the priest shall go out without the host, and look upon him. And if the plague of leprosy be healed in the leper, then shall the priest command that he which is to be cleansed bring 2 living birds, and clean, and cedar wood, and purple cloth, and hyssop. And the priest shall command that one of the birds be killed in an earthen vessel, and upon running water. And he shall take the living bird with the cedar wood, the purple, and the hyssop, and shall dip them and the living bird in the blood of the slain bird, upon the running water, and sprinkle upon him that must be cleansed of his leprosy 7 times, and cleanse him, and shall let the living bird go free into the field. And he that is cleansed shall wash his clothes, and shave off all his hair, and wash himself in water, that he may be clean. And after that shall he come into the host, and shall tarry without his tent 7 days. But in the 7th day he shall shave off all his hair, namely his head, his beard, and his brows. Even all his hair shall be shaven off. And he shall wash his clothes and his flesh in water, and he shall be clean. In the 8th day he shall take 2 lambs without blemish, and an ewe lamb of a year old without blemish, and 3/10 deals of fine flour for a meat offering mingled with oil, and a log of oil. And the priest that maketh him clean shall bring the man that is to be made clean, and those things, before the Lord, even before the door of the tabernacle of witness. And the priest shall take 1 lamb, and offer him for trespass, and the log of oil, and wave them before the Lord. And he shall slay the lamb in the place where the sin offering and the burnt offering are slain, even in the holy place. For as the sin offering is, even so is the trespass offering the priest's, seeing it is most holy. And the priest shall take of the blood of the trespass offering, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. The priest shall take of the log of oil, and pour it into the palm of his left hand, and dip his right finger in the oil that is in his left hand, and sprinkle of the oil with his finger 7 times before the Lord. And of the rest of the oil that is in his hand shall the priest put upon the tip of the right ear of him that is for to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot, even upon the blood of the trespass offering. And the remnant of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall pour upon the head of him that is for to be cleansed. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord. And the priest shall offer the sin offering, and make an atonement for him that is to be cleansed, for his uncleanness. And then shall he kill the burnt offering, and the priest shall offer the burnt offering and the meat offering upon the altar. And the priest shall make an atonement for him, and he shall be clean. If he be poor, and cannot get so much, he shall take 1 lamb for a trespass offering, to wave it for his cleansing, and a 10th deal of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering, and a log of oil, and 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, such as he is able to get, whereof the one shall be for sin, and the other for a burnt offering. And he shall bring them the 8th day for his cleansing unto the priest before the door of the tabernacle of witness before the Lord. And the priest shall take the lamb that is for the trespass, and the log of oil, and wave them before the Lord. And he shall kill the lamb for the trespass, and the priest shall take of the blood of the trespass offering, and put it upon the tip of his right ear that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And the priest shall pour of the oil into his right hand, and the priest shall with his finger sprinkle of the oil that is in his left hand 7 times before the Lord. And the priest shall put of the oil that is in his hand upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot, even in the place where the blood of the trespass offering was put. And the rest of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall put upon the head of him that is to be cleansed, that he may make an atonement for him before the Lord. And he shall offer 1 of the turtle doves or of the young pigeons, such as he can get, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering with the meat offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him that is to be cleansed before the Lord. This is the law of him in whom is the plague of leprosy, and whose hand is not able to get that which pertaineth to his cleansing. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, When ye be come unto the land of Canaan, which I give you in possession, and if I put the plague of leprosy in a house of the land of your possession, he that oweth the house shall come, and tell the priest, saying, Methink that there is as it were a leprosy in the house. And the priest shall command them to empty the house, before the priest go into it to see the plague, that all that is in the house be not made unclean, and then must the priest go in to see the house. If the priest also see that the plague is in the walls of the house, and that there be hollow strakes, pale or red, which seem to be lower than the wall itself, the priest shall go out at the house doors, and shut up the house 7 days. And the priest shall come again the 7th day, and if he see that the plague be increased in the walls of the house, the priest shall command them to take away the stones in which the plague is, and let them cast them into a foul place without the city, and he shall command the house to be scraped within round about, and pour out the dust that they scrape off without the city into a foul place. And they shall take other stones, and put them in the places of those stones, and other mortar to plaster the house withal. And if the plague come again, and break out in the house, after that he hath taken away the stones, and scraped the walls of the house, and after that he hath plastered the house again, anew, the priest shall come and see it. And if he perceive that the plague hath grown further in the house, it is a fretting leprosy in the house. It is therefore unclean. And he shall break down the house, and the stones of it, and the timber thereof, and all the mortar of the house, shall he carry out of the city unto a foul place. Moreover, he that goeth into the house, and all the while that is shut up, shall be unclean until the even. He that sleepeth in the house shall wash his clothes. He likewise that eateth in the house shall wash his clothes. And if the priest come and see that the plague hath spread no further in the house, after that it is new plastered, the priest shall judge that house clean, because the plague is healed. And let him take to cleanse the house withal 2 birds, cedar wood, purple cloth, and hyssop. And he shall kill one of the birds in an earthen vessel, and upon running water, and take the cedar wood, and the hyssop, and the purple with the living bird, and dip them in the blood of the slain bird, and in the running water, and sprinkle the house 7 times, and cleanse the house with the blood of the bird, and with the running water, with the living bird, with the cedar wood, and the hyssop, and the purple cloth. But he shall let the living bird flee out of the town into the broad fields, and so make an atonement for the house, and it shall be clean. This is the law for all manner plague of leprosy and breaking out, and of the leprosy of cloth and house, for a swelling, for a scab, and for a white blister, to teach when it must be made unclean and clean. This is the law of leprosy